I'll give 3, 4 molecules or ions related with yesterday's topic, and after that today we'll start about ionic bond and formation of ionic bond. So before that, just recall the last class concept. I'll write few examples. You identify whether they obey octet rule or disobey octet rule. First one, ICl4 plus, ICl2 plus, ICl2 minus. I given 3 ions, students, here. I'll give 3 to 5 minutes time. If you can do these 3 correctly, then we'll start ionic bond and formation of ionic bond. So what the thing required in these 3 cases? You identify in these 3 which obeys octet rule and which disobey octet rule. Just I'll give 3 minutes time to you all. You do, and after that I'll tell which obey and which disobeys. Do it fast. What? Just wait for few minutes. After that we'll discuss. Remaining students also should do that. Students, I given 3 ions, and what I want is which obeys octet rule and which disobey octet rule. Somsaket, please mute your mobile. Here in all the 3, what I given is the central atom is halogen and bonded atoms are also halogens. I given in all the 3, central atom is iodine and bonded atoms are chlorine. Both iodine and chlorine belongs to group 17, that is halogens. Okay? Is it okay, students? Can we discuss?
Yes, sir.
Coming
Yes, sir.
to ICl4 plus. For this, 7 plus 4 minus 1,
Plus
10
4 minus 1.
disobeys octet rule.
Does
Any
not
doubt
obey.
you
Not
any
okay.
doubt any doubt
No,
you
sir.
can ask.
No, sir.
No, sir.
For this, 7
Yes,
plus
sir.
2
7 plus
minus 1,
2 minus 1
Minus
Eight.
equal to 8. Obeys.
Obeys.
this
Obeys,
obeys
not
octet rule. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
For
sir.
this, 7 plus 2 plus 1,
7
10
plus
electrons.
2 plus 1. 10.
Does
Does
not
not obey. Disobeys.
So in the So in the given 3, only one obeys octet rule, that is ICl2 plus. Any doubt in these 3, students?
No, sir.
No.
Now, can we start a new part, ionic bond or electrovalent bond?
Sir.
Okay? Students, can we start ionic
sir.
bond or right? Now, write in your notes, ionic bond or electrovalent bond. This is the slide. Just don't write anything. First I'll explain, after that I'll tell you, write in your notes. The ionic bond, other name of ionic bond is electrovalent bond. This was proposed by Hossel. octet rule was proposed by Lewis and Kossel. In that, ionic bond was proposed by Kossel. What it means? Suppose there are two oppositely charged ions, that is A plus and B minus, maybe monovalent, maybe divalent, or one monovalent, one divalent, one monovalent, one trivalent, whatever it may be. The positively charged ion is nothing but a cation, and negatively charged ion is nothing but an anion.
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 Whenever two oppositely charged ions approaches together, there should be an electrostatic attraction. That electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions is called as an ionic or electrovalent bond. That may be between A plus B minus, A plus B2 minus, A2 plus B minus, A plus 3 B3 minus. Forget about the valencies. If two oppositely charged ions approaches each other, definitely there exists a strong electrostatic attraction. That strong electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions is called as ionic or electrovalent bond, which is proposed by Kossel. Okay, na? Right.
Yes,
Write in your notes first. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond. That is the heading.
Sir, is this first slide?
Yeah, this is the first slide. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Point number 1. Proposed by Kossel. Write the definition. It is an electrostatic attraction. It is an electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions. It is an electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So there should be a formation of two oppositely charged ions in this. How an atom forms a cation and how an atom forms an anion. First that you should know. See this. This we can also define as, students, see this definition. This is actually definition given in some textbooks. This is also correct. Please mute your mobile. Who is that? Joseph Indra. Please mute your mobile. Right. Ionic bond is also defined as, this is formed due to complete transfer of electrons from outermost shell of one atom to outermost shell of another atom. Students, only the electrons in the outer shell participates in bonding. Suppose if an atom gains electron, or if an atom loses electron means from the outermost shell only. Gains electron means that new electron should be in the outer shell. What it means? Only the electrons present in the outer shell participates in bonding. Actually, no need to mention outer shell of one atom to outer shell of another atom. It implied outer shell only. So, this is the bond formed due to complete transfer of electrons from outermost shell of one atom to outermost shell of another. Right, this is also the definition. Right, second definition. Write this. This is the bond formed. This is the bond formed due to complete transfer of electrons due to complete transfer of electrons from outermost shell of one atom to outermost shell of one atom to outermost shell of another atom. Is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What means by transfer of electrons? Suppose you take an atom A, you take another atom B. Suppose there is a transfer of electron from A to B. What it means? A should lose electron, B should gain electron. Is it not? Transfer of electron take place from atom A to atom B means here A loses electrons and B gains electrons. So one atom in the formation of an ionic bond, one atom should form a cation and one atom should form an anion. Is it okay?
Yes.
Forget about one minute, forget about that transfer. Which atoms loses, which atoms gains. How that ionic bond is formed. 1 second, forget about all those points. Suppose I given two elements A and B. Under what conditions the bond formed will be ionic between these two? Simply I mentioned two elements A and B. We don't know what is A and what is B.
Sir, anion means it gains, cation means it loses.
Yeah. What my point is, under what conditions the bond formed between two elements, two atoms should be ionic. That is, the electronegative difference between the two bonded atoms should be greater than 1.7. This is the condition for formation of an ionic bond. Of course, you may, what is electronegativity? That we will discuss in the periodic classification. Suppose I mentioned the electronegative values of two elements, one is 2 and second one is 1.5. I given the electronegative values of two elements. Can the bond is ionic? Can it be an ionic bond?
No, sir. No, sir.
The electronegative difference should be between the
Greater
two
than
bonded atoms
1.7.
greater than or equal to 1.7. Write that point.
1.7.
Next point. Right. Condition for formation of an ionic bond. Condition for formation of an ionic bond. The electronegative difference between the two bonded atoms. Of course, students, some textbooks it's given greater than 1.9, some textbooks it's given 1.7. That's not a fixed boundary. And what that indicates, one is metal, second one is non-metal. That's only. So both are correct. You can write anything, no problem. The condition for formation of an ionic bond, right? The electronegative difference between the two bonded atoms should be greater than 1.7. Is it okay, students? The electronegative difference, yeah.
And bond is formed between metal and non-metal.
Yeah, definitely. That we'll discuss slowly after this slide. Okay? Right.
One so previous slide late.
Wait, I'll show. First you write this definition. Condition to form an ionic bond. the electronegative difference between two bonded atoms should be greater than 1.7. Is it okay all?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Those who wants that previous slide, this is the previous slide. You want to zoom it or no need?
Alkali metal.
No need, sir. 1 minute. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. See the next slide. See the definition of ionic bond. That's what we discussed. Transfer of electron take place. It means clearly one atom should lose electron and one atom should gain electron. In the long form of periodic table, which elements loses, and that's why we discussed dotted rule in the last class. Atoms tries to attain stability. Atoms tries to attain octet configuration either by gaining or by losing or by sharing electrons. So that's what we discussed in the last class. So in this bond formation, in this ionic bond formation, one atom should lose electron. See this slide, students, don't write. Whenever it is required, I will dictate. One atom should lose electron and other atom should gain electron. What type of atoms loses electrons?
Cations, sir.
Losing electron is nothing but electropositive electropositive nature. The tendency of an atom to lose electron is nothing but electropositive, nothing but metals. We all know metals enter into chemical reactions by losing electrons. Is it okay? And gaining of electron is nothing but electronegativity. Electronegativity is a property of non-metal. So one should be a metal and other should be a non-metal. Is all the bonds between metal and non-metal are ionic? No.
No.
That has to satisfy the previous condition. That's what I told. Electronegative difference between those metal and non-metal should be greater than 1.7. Then only the bond formed is ionic. Okay now, students. So write this slide first. Write this slide first. After that I will explain. If you want one more time, I will explain. In the formation of ionic bond, one atom should lose electrons. Write within the bracket, atoms which are electropositive, they only lose electron. So that atom should be electropositive. Okay now. And other atoms should gain electrons.
Yes, sir.
The atoms which are electronegative, they only gain electrons. So write within the bracket, electronegative. Okay now students? So in the formation of an ionic bond, one atom should lose electron, so that should be electropositive. One atom should gain electron, that should be electronegative. All of you okay? Right? Note, electropositive nature is nothing but metallic nature, electronegative nothing but non-metallic nature.